Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à Learn French by Suchita. Je m'appelle Suchita, votre enseignante de la langue française et dans cette vidéo, on va apprendre l'accent cédille.
Before we begin with this video, I would like to introduce you to my website www.learnfrenchbysuchita.com, where you will find recorded courses for all your French language needs. We have courses for DELF A1, DELF A2, DELF B1, TEF TCF recorded course, French phonetics as well. We have special courses for our school students ranging from grade 5 to grade 8. We also have courses for university students who are enrolled in certificate course or diploma course in Delhi University. And finally, we also have courses for our school students who are aiming to appear for their DELF Prem or DELF Junior examinations. So hurry up and check it out.
So without any further ado, let's get into the video. And in this video, we are going to learn the importance of the accent cédille. And in English, it is called cedilla. Now, in French, you use various accents. On E, you use accent grave, accent aigu, different accents you use on different letters in French. In this video, we are going to study what is the importance of this small accent that we apply under C. You must have seen a lot of words wherein you have this accent and this accent looks something like an S just below the letter C. I'll show you how does it look like. So let's say C and then you have a small S. Kind of a thing. It's an accent in French. So what is the importance of this accent? We are going to study that in today's video. This accent, first of all, is applied only and only on the letter C in French. On no other letter, on no other alphabet, you will apply this accent. So this is applied only underneath C. Now I'm going to teach you what is the importance of this accent. Let's look at the letter C first in French without any accent here. Now in French, the pronunciation of the letter C can be que or it can be se. So it has two pronunciations. It can be que or it can be se. Right now I am not talking with respect to accent. Just forget the accent for one moment. There's a concept first which I'm going to explain you. So the pronunciation of C in French are two. You can have que, you can have se. How are we going to decide whether it is going to be pronounced as ke or se? That is dependent upon which vowel you have after C. Now, you can have 5 options. After C, you can have A, you can have E, you can have I, you can have O, or you can have U. Alors, c'est A, c'est E, c'est I, c'est O, et c'est U. So you have 5 options. Depending upon which vowel you have after C, depending upon which vowel you have after C, the pronunciation changes. So I'm going to tell you, if after C you have A or O or U, these three options, if after C you have A or O or U, in these 3 cases, the pronunciation of C is ke. Ke. Remember that. There is no role of accent as of now. After C, if you have A or O or U, the pronunciation of C is ke. However, if you have E or I after C, then the pronunciation of C in French is going to be se. Okay? Now, so that means CA in French would be ka. The pronunciation is going to be ka because A is A in French. Okay? So it becomes ka. If you do not know the pronunciation of the vowels in French, I am going to drop the link in the card above. Just watch that video first and then come back here again. So the pronunciation of A is A. So C is ke followed by A, it becomes ka. Okay? Now CO. I told you if after C you have O, that the pronunciation is ke. So CO becomes ko pronunciation wise. CU, it becomes Q. So it is a pronunciation that I have written over here with the red marker. Okay. Now CA ka, CO ko, and CU Q. Now comes this CE. I told you if after C you have E or I, then the pronunciation is se. So CE becomes S and CI becomes C. I'll repeat. CA, Ka, CE, S, CI, C, CO, Ko, and CU, Q. This you will have to remember. If after C you have A or O or U, then the pronunciation of C is K, and if you have E or I, then the pronunciation of C is S. Now comes the role of the accent. If you want to change the pronunciation of C from K to S, then you use this accent cédille. You do not want your C to be pronounced as K, however you want to change this sound from K to S, then you use this accent. Okay, now CA, that was Ka originally. Now I don't want to say Ka, I want to say Sa. Then I want to change my sound from K to S. I'm going to apply this accent, and as soon as I apply this accent, the sound from Ka changed to Sa. Okay, now looking at this, CO was Ko. I do not want it to be pronounced as Ko, I want it to be pronounced as So. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply this accent, which makes it So. So this is Ko and this is So. Now CU was Q. Q. I do not want it to be pronounced as Q, however I want it to be pronounced as Su. So for changing the pronunciation from K to S, Q, apply this accent and it becomes Su. Su. Got it? So you use accent cédille for changing the sound of C from K to S. Now looking at these, the sound of CE is already S. So can this option ever exist in French? No. This is wrongly written. This type of combination can never exist in French. You know why? Because CE is already S. So there is no point changing from K to S. Okay? And CI is already C. So we do not want to change it from K to S. So this combination does not exist. This combination does not exist. However, other combinations what I have written are perfectly alright, depending upon what do you want to say. So CA, Ka, CE, S, CI, C, CO, Ko, CU, Q. Now with the accent, CA, accent cédille, Sa, CO, accent cédille, So, CU, accent cédille, it is Su. Now here I have written few examples in order to explain you the concept of accent cédille. Now in all these examples, I have not put the accent cédille. I'm going to explain you and then I'm going to put. Let's say the first word. Now, first of all, you should know the pronunciation of the word, only then you will be able to apply it. Now, let's say the first word, it is pronounced as garçon. Garçon. Now, look at this combination. CO. Now, what did I tell you in the previous slide? I told you CO is Ko. So this is right now garçon. If you want to change it from garçon to garçon, you're going to apply accent cédille. So garçon, now it is garçon. CO is Ko, CO with accent cédille is So. So garçon. Let's look at this. Now this is right now CO is Ko. This you already know. So this is right now le con. Le con, which means lesson. So it is not pronounced as le con, however you pronounce it as leçon. Leçon. CO is Ko. I want to change from Ko to So, so I will apply leçon. Leçon. Très bien. Now next, acide. It's a taste. Sour. It's a sour taste. Now acide. What did I tell you for this? After C, if you have I, then the pronunciation of CI is already C. So that means if you apply this, it is going to be wrong. Because even without applying this, the pronunciation is already acide. Okay? So there is no point applying accent cédille over here. Let's look at the fourth example, which is fiancé. Fiancé, which means fiancé. Now after C, you have E. The pronunciation of C is already S if it is followed by the vowel E. So you say fiancé. So CE is already C, so you say fiancé. There is no point applying accent cédille over here. Let's look at the next example. CU. CU. The pronunciation was Q. Now, I want to say, right now it is recu. Recu. I don't want to say recu. The correct pronunciation is reçu. Reçu, which means a receipt. Now, reçu. I want to change from recu to reçu. Therefore, I am going to apply this accent, cédille. And now it becomes reçu. Let's look at the next example. This is a very commonly used word in French. You must have heard. Ça va? Ça va? Are you fine? Ça va? Now, right now CA was ka. Ka. I don't want to say kava. Right now it is kava. I want to change it into ça va. So with accent cédille, it becomes ça. Okay? Next one. How do you pronounce it? You say merci. Merci. Now just think. Will you apply this accent cédille over here or not? No, you're not going to apply. Why? Because see, if it is followed by the vowel I, the pronunciation is already sir. So you say merci. There is no point applying the accent cédille over here, which means thank you. The next one, CU. What is the pronunciation of CU? It is Q. So right now it is DQ. DQ, which is not the correct pronunciation. The correct pronunciation is déçu. Déçu, which means disappointed. So for changing from DQ to déçu, you need to apply this accent cédille. Next, now franqué. Right now it is franqué because C is followed by the letter A. So the pronunciation of C is going to be K. Right now it is franqué. I want to change from franqué to français, which means French. So for changing the sound from K to S, you use the accent cédille. Français. Okay, now I have written some more examples in order to explain you the concept better. Now, this word is glass. Glass. The correct pronunciation is glass, which means ice cream. Now, if after C you have E, then the pronunciation is already sir. So it is glass. You are not going to apply the accent. It is not required. Okay, glass. The next one, the correct pronunciation is cuisine. Cuisine, which means kitchen, or it can also mean cuisine. Okay, now cuisine, CU, the pronunciation is Q, that I already told you in the first slide. Cuisine. Now will you apply the accent? No, you will not. Why? Because the pronunciation is cuisine. You don't want to change the pronunciation from K to sir. You want to keep it K, so there is no point applying. Okay, it is not like that if after C you have A or O or U, then you are going to apply. If you want to change the pronunciation from K to sir, then you will. Here you want to keep the pronunciation as K, so you will not apply. It is cuisine. Next one, which is commerçant. Commerçant, which means shopkeeper. Here you have two C. This one and this one. Now commerçant, the first one CO. The pronunciation is co. Co. You don't want to change the pronunciation from K to S. CO is co. You want to keep it K. So it is perfectly alright. You don't want to apply any accent. You don't need to apply any accent over here. So commerçant. Now here after C you have A. And if after C you have A, then the pronunciation of C is K. However, you don't want to say commerçant. You want to say commerçant. Therefore, you need to apply the accent, because you want to change the pronunciation from K to S. So it becomes commerçant. The next one, effacer. It's an ER verb which means to erase, to rub. Now, effacer. The pronunciation is S. But here after C you have E. So if after C you have E, the pronunciation is already S. So effacer. You don't need to apply any accent. The next one, which is douce. Douce, which means soft. Now the pronunciation is S. But if after C you have E, then the pronunciation of C is already S. You do not want to apply, you do not need to apply any accent over here. So it is douce, even without applying any accent. And the last example that I've written is voici. Voici, which means here is, or I can say here is it. Voici. Now CI is already C. So that means I do not need to apply any accent. If after C you have E or I, then the pronunciation of C is already S. So voici, we do not need to apply any accent. If you like this video, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and for daily updates and reminders, do not forget to hit the bell icon. And I'll see you very soon with the next video. Till then, au revoir, à bientôt et bisous bisous.